My name is Tracy Nyhouse, and for my art history project, I did the bowls with scorpions. Cultures. Hoquiam, centered in the central and southern parts of the present-day Arizona, starting 2000 BCE and endured until sometime around 1300 CE. They built large irrigation systems, multi-story residences, and ball courts that demonstrated ties with Mesoamerica. The other group that was part of the Southwest early Americans before 1300 CE was the Mombres. Located in the mountains of west central New Mexico and east central Arizona. They flourished from around 200 CE to 1500 CE. Some archaeologists believe the Pueblos are descendants of the Mombres because of their pottery skills. Although the Mombres are agriculture suggests a static existence, the group did not live in complete isolation. Ocean fish depicted on their bowls indicated Mombres traveled as far as the Gulf of California, 500 or 600 miles away, and they seem to have traded with various groups to obtain shell jewelry, stone axes, feathers, and other luxurious ritual items. Potters. The Mombres potters made deep bowls painted with lively, imaginative, and sometimes complex scenes of humans and animals. Their pottery was used for food storage and preparation. The significant use of the bowls was for when they buried their dead. They would place the bowls on top of the dead's heads and puncture a hole in the middle so that it would be useless by the living. The bowls also held mortuary offerings. These bowls were found in burials under the Mombres floorboards. They believed the dead would need them in the afterlife. Timeline of Mombre pottery. In 600 CE, the first decorations of Mombre pottery, simple geometric shapes on red and brown clay. By 150 years later, the potters developed the black and white styles and artistically pleasing contrast found in much of Southwest pottery. By late 900 CE, the exceptional design that came to define the Mombres classic period took off. Having no potter's wheel, the Mombres used local clay rolled into snake-like coils. They piled the coils on top of another and then smoothed the bowl with a piece of gourd or other shaping tool. They only painted the interiors of the bowl surfaces. They laid down the color with yucca brushes, creating strong geographic images of animals, people, plants, and mythic beings. It was because of the bowls the archaeologists took an interest in the Mombre culture. Different Mombre pottery. Indications from use suggested that, though thoughtfully created, the bowls were not the equivalent of heirloom fine china, carefully stashed away for a grand event. Marks found on the interior suggested they were scraped by people using spoons, which they probably made from gourd or other wood since none survived. The bowls measure roughly 4 inches tall and vary from 6 to 16 inches diameter. The large range of sizes suggests multiple functions, among them serving and eating. In fact, the people even buried their dead under their living areas with the bowls placed on the skulls. The bowls found with the skulls have a kill hole in the middle, tapped out by a sharp object, perhaps as a way for a spirit to rise out. Today, their bowls are highly prized. An average pictorial piece sells for between $10,000 and $45,000, and in 1989, a human and snake pictorial went for $82,500 at Sotheby's. Purely geometric designs might bring $2,500 to $10,000. My final project, as I have stated, is I made a replica of this bowl. Here is the final product. I used sculptury clay to make the bowl. I used black acrylic paint to paint the scorpions and the geometric shapes. When I first started, I thought I would make it using the small coils, like it was described how the Mombrays used to make them. That was not an easy task. When I started, I realized that making those small coils, they didn't hold up together as you would think that they would, after seeing the pictures of the Mombrays pottery. I ended up rolling out the clay and forming the sides. The shapes were not easy to make either, because they're painted on the curve of the bowl. The curves made the shapes different, because to draw a straight line, it was in the curve, so it was not very easy. I turned this into a family activity. My daughter, she thought it would be fun, after I finished creating my bowl, if she got to make some emoji clay cookies. And hers turned out a little bit better than mine did, but I think she still had fun with it. The bowls were much harder to paint than anyone would have realized. How the ancient peoples of the Mombrays created these masterpieces are a mystery to me. And here is my work cited. I used our book that we have been using, the Reveal Art History, and there are 2 websites that I ended up using for information, and that is my final project. Thank you so much.